recording, and then I'll send it to you. And it's very easy to save on Telegram. You just click on save, and I'll be saved under your photos and videos like in a second. You don't have to wait. That's why I like it. So yeah, it's recording. Just like I'm walking on some sort of a passageway in between the worlds. I see like bubbles on one side and another. And you're saying that you're a traveler. You travel in between dimensions, but you have a travel bag filled with souls who need your help. And some of the souls are begged you for help. There's some disincarnated. It's basically like you are having like a big sack, rucksack, or like a bag on your shoulders. And like if I look back, it's huge, and it's filled with different entities, which is basically like feeding off of your kindness. That's what they say, because you kind of like deep down want to save the world, but you don't know how to save yourself at this point. And you don't have enough energy to do that, to help them what you would like to do. And I also see like, you show me your energy sphere, and you have this kind of like a little tree on the stage. The stage is bright yellow. The tree is green. It's like a Christmas tree. And you say they're growing it. Christmas tree with oranges on it. And so sometimes I tell it to have apples and plums. It depends. Whatever I want, it grows for me. And it's my energy. So I like fill myself with my energy through the beautiful fruits it gives me. But my point is, I lost my planet years ago. My planet used to be Tiamat. I used to be the stole guy. Guadron, my name was. And I used to teach how to levitate. What you call yoga is, it's like it comes from the energy body that I used to have. The positions are very close to what we can do. And I used to teach others from other planets, even the comers, I used to call them, to show them how to do it, because it's very easy. It's a belief system that you set in and you download, much like we download the apps. I know how to download things, but my physical self doesn't, and he's striving for everything, all this to look like this my old planet used to look, that was burned out by the terrible, terrible green creatures looking like dinosaurs. They wore military clothing, some of them. They had these huge weapons that would shoot red balls. And by the way, you know that in old Earth knows those balls. There's paintings that reflect how they used to bombard the original Earth with the same orange plasma balls that were shown in the sky. And I wear this white shirt, goes down to my knees. It has this golden inscriptions into it, which carry information of my frequency of my soul. The information that I spread to others, they just read it off of my energy field on my regional planet. I know it exists. I know it exists in different dimensions, but the one I came from was the force. But then, of course, you know how we jump from one to another? because our soul is curious and it spreads thin as threads with little balls of light or sparks of light, and activates a body that is produced by a planet or produced by you as a creator being. I used to produce my own bodies. I like sketching type thing with my mind. Like you imagine what you can be and what the body can do, and then you make it true. You breathe a spark of life energy into it. And the thing about the human bodies, well, we don't live that long, is that because we're not allowed to breathe in as much life energy as we would need for living, let's say, for 300 to 500 years, everything is limitation in here, and I don't like it. I've been searching for the truth all my life, and of course I was dumb when I was young, but even then, that experience, I needed it very much, because now I feel like I'm very tired of this. I'm very tired of carrying these entities. Look at them. Oh my, it's like a huge, like you open the backpack, it's like it's endless, it's bottomless. Like so many souls in there. Like I see disincarnated energy, people type beings asking, like spreading their arms up, like help, help. They have addictions. You collected those too. You wanted to fix their addictions. You know how it is. But you don't have enough energy because you're going through transition. That's what your soul keeps telling you. And you're trying to figure out how to surpass that. You're very, very kind soul. You are eager to help, and that's why you travel a lot in between world, and the greed that holds all the universes together, and you know how to pass in between, and you go to your office. You call it just my creation, my planet, my planet of wine trees and the beautiful yellow flowers, and it's like color of a lemon mixed with little greenish. I don't know. It looks beautiful, like the sun is there. But you created it all. You created it for yourself. You're like this little prince in the book, standing on top of your own planet. Like I see that, the little prince cover of the book, and that's you. And you just like calmness and freedom of expression, and you don't like the aggressiveness of the world outside and the people, and you feel like they're always demanding too much, criticizing too much, and they have hidden messages which you don't like because you're totally transparent. You come from 16th dimension and you decided to come down all the way to help others, but then the green dinosaur-like creatures came and they burnt out the surface of the planet. And you're saying there's a lot of damaged souls who come to you, Oksana, from Tiamat. And this is Tiamat 2, it's not Tiamat 1. There's 7 of them. It's different. The difference is in self-expression, which you can do, but it also depends on the soul's DNA, what you can do, what experience you want to receive. You just pick one, and you wanted to deal with beings from other dimensions, with beings who have different features, ideas of creation and belief systems. That's what you wanted to do. You like diversity of self and self-expression. But you want to take off this backpack because it's like the biggest thing that influences you. They all like, I see when you took it off, I see like 28 threads coming out of your back. And you say that's what all the threads are connected to the rings of the chakra rings. And you say you're just trying to, your soul saying you're trying to get it out, but it wouldn't move because of the strings attached to beings that you wanted to help because of the kindness of your soul. But you always throw yourself into situations, throw yourself into trying to help, but then you forget about yourself. But you must start thinking about yourself first, because that's the year of transition, and this transition is hard, it's harsh. But you know, at the end of this, what you care about the most, that you need for survival, you're not gonna care about anymore. That's just gonna be provided as it is, as something that the earth, what you call earth, is supposed to provide to you, just by the fact that you're here in the body. The body belongs to it, and it has to feed the body, and it doesn't need any systems to do so. And that's why you're excited to finish up here. You have many 115 lives you're stuck on here for. This is 116. You want to be done here, because you don't want to be going on repeat over and over and over. And in many lives you felt like, many lives I see you in the mountains, and like you felt alienated, not the right word. You felt like you didn't want to be with society. The society was screwed up. The minute you open up in front of others, they would take advantage of you, and you didn't like that. You didn't want to be used and abused and used again over and over again, because they take kindness for weakness, and your kindness is just splatters all over, and they fly to you as flies for the honey. So that's what they do. That's why in a lot of lives you were this writer who would just sit and enjoy the nature and write your poems or stories from other dimensions that would come up in your mind. And you were supposed to share those stories with people, but there was some point where you got scared of people because they were too mean, and you stopped sharing. And that's why you got stuck. But now is the time to go. You know that. Now is the time to go for every soul that is awake and aware. And that's how you are. But you just wanted to take off pull out all the threads, get rid of those. Just see you pulling them out. There's like 8 rings. Yeah, we call them chakras, but you say that the number of the rings vary. It's not always the same number as they teach us. In your case, you have 8, and there's like ribbons attached to them. It's almost like I see like ribbons, but it's like a neural link um to the entities in that bag that you have, that you put down in front of your feet right now, and you're looking down. It's like you're saying, you know what? I'm just gonna let you go through the portal out of my energy sphere. But before that, since I'm clean and clear now, and I took out all the threads and rings that take away my energy and give it to you, it's like a system. It's like a spiral system inside of you, like a neuroskeleton that was feeding the victims. And that's why you felt a victim a lot yourself, because you become one when you're trying to help the victims also. I'm showing you. You said, oh yeah, I know how to open the portal. I'm drawing the big door. It's a double-sided door. I'm opening it now, and I see the entities are different. They're not really look like aliens. I've seen before, but they're like elementals or whatever they're called, like gnomes and things like that, like plasma body shaped creatures and from different dimensions. And you thought mistakenly, as you're saying, that it was easy to teach somebody to change, but now I understand that the change is near only for those who are ready for the change. Other people, other souls in people's bodies would not see the portal opening to walk through it and to start finally living the life that it was always supposed to be. It was supposed to be the life of beauty and enjoying yourself and interaction with others. That's all you need to do. And that's about to happen. That's why you wanted to tell everybody too. Your soul is saying that, wanted to tell your conscious part about it. That what you're worrying hard about now is not going to make any sense. It's not going to mean anything. It's going to be zero. In your head, and you're going to be pleasantly surprised that all the worries and problems are gone, and the situations are going to disappear behind your back as a cloud disappears when it's pushed by a wind quickly. Where it's going to be windy, it's going to be stormy, it's going to be war for some. There's going to be more of those conflicts getting operated by the Greys and reptilians. They initiated by them, and the puppeteers that they always use. The puppeteers are the members of the government, the presidents. All of that system of control are just puppets in the hands of the Greys and the reptilians, draconian culture, who just want to turn everybody and demonize the world, which it is a demonic world because it was hacked by demonic creatures, and we're getting out of it. We cannot live in it. It's against our nature. Those who didn't forget who they are, like you didn't, they're just transitioning now, slowly. You feel it. It bothers your body. It bothers your mind. You're confused what to do. You don't know what to do anymore. You feel like you interpret yourself as being lazy, but it's not being lazy. It's called just listening to yourself and doing what you're supposed to do, what your soul is telling you to do. And you should trust your intuition more. Just never doubt. Never doubt I'm talking to you directly. Because your heart is still open, you never let it clog with any energies that from situations and people around you since you were born. You never let it get clogged. You're very strong inside. You know it. I'm just saying it out loud, so your conscious mind knows it too. So what do you want to know? Because the slime from your mental and emotional bodies are gone. I put a special solution diluted with the green light that you carry. It's actually the color. It's not really green. It's like turquoise mixed with green. It's a different color from what we have here. And you just like have this thing in your head. You have this ability to refocus. Since you took out, there was like some sort of ring with the plate, because you're telling me now that you took it out. That's what you You threw it out in the portal after all the guys from your sack were gone. And you're saying that space, it's like the activation light you have in your head, and it's your connection to your true self. It's a connection to your space bodies. Your space bodies are basically different avatar bodies with your soul's energy, and you get your imagination and inspiration sometimes from them too, because you have the ability to tap into their lives. Concerning the lives on planet Earth, so we call it, but it's really not what we think of it. You had those 115 lives before this one. This one is 116, and you're laughing because the strings. It looks like strings of DNA. You have 116 too, and so it can go further because you cannot use them, and that's what you feel. All your life, you feel like you have this great potential, but you cannot use it. And it's almost very, very frustrating for you to live that way. But now, after we hop over through the new gate to the new reality, you can start using and training, practicing your DNA material, because it carries all the experiences you've carried through in between dimensions, worlds, experiences, lives, avatars. In they also used you. They used you in. I'm in some sort of room. It's made out of metal. It's glittery. I see a red colored mantis sitting behind the glass on one side, but then you are inside. It's like an egg-shaped laboratory, and you are saying that they use your creative abilities of your soul and also the vision of the future and vision analytical abilities, how to change the past to create the new now. They use it to change timelines and things like that. Events, timelines. That's all. You're saying this is all because of human souls. They use us for everything. And it's very frustrating. You want to scream from your frustration because of the knowledge of that. So they kept you in this glittery metallic egg that is actually not metal, but it's just transparent from outside. You can see what you're doing. Just to use you because you got connectors to your fingers on your hands, and you they use you for the Blue Beam project. They use you for the Black Swan project. They use you for McMuffin. I'm not sure if I pronounce it, but yeah, it's Dark Fleet basically. I just see the in words like you're showing me, and they use you as a you're like a brain of many devices for them, basically, because your brain is very naturally algorithmical, and they block this function for you in your lives here because they fully use it in SSP. And you feel like you're tortured there, you feel very weak in there. I see your the book is two red stripes, it's a black glittery book. Here's this one stamp, it's golden. Here's two Sounds like some sort of a Roman thing, but it's got a strange, weird sign on it. It's like a human heart. Like, your heart belongs to them type thing, like you agreed to it, but you said they tricked you. So it's time to break the contract. It's time to get rid of this nonsense and get out of this stupid egg. Where's the exit? You're like in panic. You're saying like they put you in some interesting structure which look like wires, and then there's this mechanism. It's like a metallic pen the gray alien used to, he touched with the pen, with the end of the pen, the grid of the egg, and like it started growing around you. It was very scary because you got incarcerated, almost like as if it was inside la pietra, the stone. And you say that a lot of souls are incarcerated inside of mountains and big rocks. Basically, all the big rocks on Earth have souls inside. Those that are used as containers by grace to captivate and use the souls for the artificially layered Earth's surface. If they remove all the stones from Earth, the artificially layered surface on which we exist, that way we don't connect to Mother Earth, to its very core. This way the matrix would not function. It's all built on our energies, and they got the ways to trap souls inside objects to generate enough energy for the artificial layers to be activated and to shout. It's like fountains of programs into us constantly, not 24/7 every second. There is programs flying around us, coming from the ground, and we either accept them or we don't. When you wake up, you stop accepting them one by one. But when you are in a way, you're just like bathing in them, in the ocean of that. That's why all asleep people, they just do the same thing. They follow the same trends. They kind of like go in a pattern. If you do this, I'll do the same. If some sort of new fashion, of the human body dictates that I need to look certain way, they'll go do it without even thinking that it's artificially designed and created, and they are creating a new race of humans that's gonna all look alike, like robots. But that's aside from the question. You're basically show me how you are reviving the planet that burned up right now. You also show me that you're burning the book. You create like a big metal bowl, and you put fire in it. The book is burning. You erase some files from the computer. There's a lot of files. There's like 15 of them, you said. I just see them as yellow, kind of like on this side, like folders on the screen. Computer is weird. It's like multi-layered hologram, like one after another, like transparent screen. And you're searching either any connection to Area 51 because you remember you had clones in there. There's also an aquarium filled with hybrids. But you're showing me there's butterflies, and you're saying that I'm showing to you because it's a sign that the hybrids didn't work out, because they didn't like that they were too soft, too kind, too nice, and even diluted with reptilian DNA, they would still not be as vicious as they would want them to be. So they're like on this cold liquid, they're frozen, but you want to return back to the moment when they collected your DNA in your fifth life and created 15 clones. Back then, they started creating them. That was the plan, but the plan didn't work out. But then the eight, again, number eight, clones that you have. So those are hybrids. Those didn't work out. The eight clones that you have on Mars, Jupiter, and I don't know, they say original sun. Never seen clones in the original sun. There's like a bubble off of the original sun. It's kind of hanging there. I think they use, and there's a little lab in this bubble. There was computers on a tiny table. It's kind of like a flotation device, so weird how it looks. But they use some clones that are connected to the big soul that with experience, and that soul they use how to use technology, knows how to use technology, basically using you for the true. And you said, I'm done. I don't want it anymore. In that minute, everything shatters. Your planet was never taken over. You were there in Tiamat. So you're walking, but you're saying that I'm not gonna clean it up completely. What they did to the planet. The reason why people are asleep, they don't understand how much everything needs to be cared about to transition to the new world. Otherwise, we'll lose a lot of species and flora, and people who are contributing by saving animals and bringing them to their homes and helping out with the environment. They would always be in wide open contact with their soul. They will always just naturally know where to go, what to do when the time comes. We're not allowed to tell the souls at our level, not allowed to tell our physical parts what's exactly going to happen, because we're trying to make it the less stressful way for you. And it's always hard to be the first one to go through, but you have to know you're the first one to go through it with the group. Let's call it Oksana's group. It's really funny because there's many more souls like her, like you. You provide the platform for people connecting with each other. You agreed to this because you knew that, okay, I woke up in the life before this life, but then when your body ceased to exist, you decided, I'm not just gonna go. I'm gonna tell the knowledge I have now to others so they can save themselves also. If I save only myself, it was not gonna make a difference. But together, we're huge power. Yeah. Do you have a question? I just like abruptly stopped. Maybe because I need water.
I'm just tuning in. I think a lot of things I've resonated with it.
Yeah.
There's been times in my life I feel I was very creating a lot on an energetic level, like new communities.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the true communities are also very threatening for the system as it is. So then I think I had a lot of resistance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's scary. It's you see the consequences always hits you hard, and you try and every time you hurt, you just kind of stop trying, and you're frustrated and disappointed because of that. And, but that's why you were taking the, like you said, the slime off of your mental, emotional bodies. Oh, I feel very relaxed. You're really cleansing there. Um, and you're saying all the layers and filters that the matrix puts on you as programs throughout your life. You said we're just like trees. You know the tree trunk, how it's like has layers. It's kind of like we look. When we start opening up, there's layer to layer into layer. After layer, you have to peel them all off to find your own true self. And you're gonna naturally lose any fear, but it's better to lose it before, because you should know that there's not gonna be any fear in that new land of beauty that we're gonna be in. You're showing me cherries, and I saw walking with big group of elephants, no elephants, but then I saw like you showing me the trees with big cherries, and also there's like a funky tree. It's like a palm tree trunk, and then it's like curves, and then it has like a big flower with petals, and inside it's like a light, like, and the light produces anything you want, like you ask cherries please, and it gives you like this huge cherry that looks like pineapple size, like you can bite into it, eat it, and you're saying that, you know what, we don't really need to eat. It's kind of funny, but because our bodies transition from 3D body to 4D body, going into other transitions, it's like we still have this instinct to chew on something and to feel the taste. That's why we will periodically ask the trees to produce for us in that new world. But in reality, we don't need to eat, because our bodies are gonna become so moldable and so connected to the soul. It's like your soul is gonna be fully integrated into the body, and the soul never needs to eat or drink. So, but it just for the taste buds, because they're not gonna be gone, they're not gonna be shut down. They're gonna refuse some foods, and people already know they're refusing a lot of foods in their diets. Food doesn't taste good anymore because you're eating artificial food essentially. You just accept it as natural and good, but it's really not, because your bodies are artificial too. They got artificial layers on, and you're digging, 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 digging. You're doing a very good job of that. It's gonna be exciting. You wanted to hear this to kind of give yourself more life energy, to get rid of the big backpack with the entities, to get treated, to detach yourself from SSP being in the egg. It's just too much for you. You wanted to set yourself free, and in being free, you can be completely relaxed and knowing that you're excitingly going to the new world. And a lot of people do, and some of them don't because they don't want to. They don't believe in it. What you believe in, you create. And what you create becomes your true embedded reality. And you are in that fabric of reality of your creation with a strong belief system that believes that you can create, that believes that you deserve it. You have to believe that you deserve everything the best, because you came here to help others as much as you help other worlds, to bunch up together and to create revolution in your human understanding. But in there, it's more like, hey, let's collect our energies, unite our energies as one, and revive plants, animals, air, atmosphere, whatever it is that you need to revive, you will do that together with other souls because you can act as one, but you're also individual, separate, autonomic creators who strive to be on their own in order to create a huge energy field in which you can create by yourself and then maybe invite others to see your creation, like little children who build castles at the beach. Hey, hey, Tommy, look at my castle, and you look at my. That's how you should be. That's how you're designed to be. But see, demonic forces who took over Earth wanted you to believe that this is stupid to be childlike, and by putting in certain program the people who are nice and kind should be used and abused. That's how the program works in people's or semi people's heads. And then all of a sudden you don't want to be that nice. You don't want to stay away from you actually do want to stay away from people because you always get punished for something good you do. Just showing me some lies on the other planets. Just like there's like pink like big mice with like long tail and it curves up and it has this fluffy like paintbrush ant. And it makes figures out of it. It's like it showed me a heart. And it curves like in a little like a shell. Like a seashell motion. And you say what's happening is that rebuilding and kicking out. The vacation is over for the duck races. Their vacation is over. You know what? We say there's no time, but there's actually an invisible time. So basically, there's light years, which is true. And the light years are counted by the amount of energy and stories produced by souls via living in different avatars' bodies on different universes and different planets. And a cumulative effect is so if somebody hacks the planet, it turns it upside down, the values, the ideas. People are just like mostly part of the system, which they're supposed to be perfect slaves. They're supposed to work for money and then spend the money and then do it over and over again, like a squirrel in the wheel. I don't know why I don't see hamsters. I see squirrels in the wheel, but that's your subconscious shows me metaphors, and that's what people now they understand. They don't want to do that. They don't want to be dependent and controlled by others. They're getting out of control, and those are strong people. Sometimes the soul takes away your job, takes away your belongings, takes away your house, because that's the fastest way for a soul communicate with the conscious mind to say to the conscious mind, hey, you're finally understanding what the true value of you just living and getting experience. Even in the hacked world, you're still getting experience you're gonna keep. Unfortunately, the experience here you get through pain, but that's the way it's designed. In another world, you get the experience through positive events. Here, you always get it through negative events, but Greys are not as smart as they think. They created this world thinking that humans will produce enough energy for them through suffering, physical and emotional suffering, and they'll never wake up. But guess what? We did. we're waking up. And there's basically, it's like classification of a soul going on. You classify it for this world or that world and this world and that world. Depends on the it's almost like hertz. It's almost like electricity that you produce, because the higher you vibrate, the faster your heart is spinning, the more, unfortunately, you feel the symptoms a lot of times, like nausea, dizziness, and all this, because of the heart spins so fast. It unspins your DNA. It unspins a lot of negative programs that weigh you down, that make you attached to this magnetically. They created this avatar that is magnetically attached to the surface of the main disk with magnets that they created. The Grace created was not supposed to be this way. We were not supposed to have anything of magnetic. This way we could easily open portals, so we knew where portals existed, what areas on the planet, and we would just simply go. We were not stuck in the bodies as much as we're stuck now, when we have to meditate for hours in order to get out of the body sometimes. It's just unfair, and now this is going to be fixed by us, by all of us. We all got united without, and everybody contributes. We all contribute to the one cause of getting out of here. There's a lot of people going to be left behind. I see 64. No, just I see 64 that you saw is showing me. 64% are not ready at all. They just want to get out of here. They're not going to feel well. The closer the sun energies are getting to us, oh my, it almost looks like the sun is pulling our universe towards itself to purify it. And that might cause physically the heating up of the planet. And when it heats up, there's something happens with the fluids of the lakes, oceans. They get messed up, and in that messing up, the surface gets messed up too. But it's artificial surface. We need to destroy it first to see the original one. And somehow this is all happening now. Like you're saying, this is all happening now. You just don't see it because you can't see everything. You can just see basically the world you created for yourself, which is called your life, your family, or your situation you're dealing with right now. This is your world. But when you are done dealing with it, something else would show up. And there are going to be good moments. And there's going to be more and more good moments. More and more. And those who give you a hard time, say negative words to you, they just gonna manifest themselves disappearing, going away. And they'll be going away very quickly, and then it's gonna be fast. Yeah, that's all I wanted to know. I wanted you to know that the lives here on Earth, well, they don't really matter. You know everything about the Mars colonies on Mars. You know everything about it. You don't remember, but you know. You have experienced it. You have experienced also teaching the children. They told you what to tell them regarding what cats are gonna do, what other animals are gonna do. It's like I see you levitating right now. in the energy sphere, and you're bouncing off of the sides of it. You're showing me up, and I see like it's like we're under some metallic roof, and you're showing me that it's melting from the sun. You're saying, the dome over Earth that everybody's afraid of and doesn't know how to surpass it, how to get through it, is gonna be melted. It's made out of the black gold, by the way. You're saying that we all who work in the etheric, when we get out of our physical bodies at night, we know how it works, and we'll prevent that black gold from splattering all over, because all it brings is death. It doesn't have any light in it. Yeah. Continue cleansing. What is this? Oh, somebody's calling you a text message.
I just pushed her away.
It's okay. I was like, I go through waves because I get tired when you get information, unpacking it. Do you have any questions? And by the way, you're flying on some interesting spaceship. You had like that Mesozoic, how they call like some sort of creatures, because they look like that oval that is kind of stretched out and he has a little tail, and it's like blue, and it has like this bright orangey red lights on the like goes all the way half, not all the way around, only half around and like in front, and you're flying, and it's you call it your blue plasma shape. You shed many layers. It's like I got close to the sheep and my ears started getting clogged. Because like you go through very high frequencies, and like I feel like super dizzy, like inside, like my head. And I understand you probably get, sometimes you wake up disoriented if you go on the different worlds on your ship or without your ship, because you also know very well that the energy tunnels, as you call them, portals that connect the worlds, and you just like going around and looking for somebody who's asking for help. So that's what you do. But you said that you have good memories from Mars, Helen, because you work with kids there. They're amazing souls, and you're happy that they're gonna be free now. Everything's moving towards that non-return point when people who now help others to wake up are not going to be needed anymore, because all the unawakened are going to be gone by their own choice. Remember that, by their own choice. The soul is not ready. When the soul is not ready, it just has to get through some things, through some situations a little more, in order to do the same we did. But good thing, everything we do is recorded, is being recorded. Every single moment of your life is being recorded. It's just like a system of control and constant recording and spying on everybody and everything, because AI needs information from us, from the world we create in our imagination. They read that information off of us also. They read our dreams. They record all the stories children talk about about monsters under their beds, because those do exist. Those are just aliens checking on them, figuring out when they can either get attached to them or interact with them when the child is ready. Because most of the time when the child is too scared, they cannot communicate with them. But that just, they cut some DNAs from humans, very important ones. We're not tall anymore. Our body decomposes quickly throughout life. Now it's gonna go all back to normal, where we don't have to worry about these things. You've done a lot of flying and doing different. We can call them missions, but for some reason you're carrying some energy maps of energy fields of different planets, and you're sharing them with during some meetings with other alien groups. Yeah. You're just saying that you're showing me how you got here at first, how you came here. The gate was, there's literally like some sort of throne with Neptune on it, with a crown. And if he bangs his stick that he's holding, it produces those plasma balls, which scared you so much. But the grape guy, you call him, I don't know why you call this, because he's little. He has like a purplish skin, maybe. He told you to sign your name. You don't want to sign your name. You put the cross on it. He said, little did I know how much people are brainwashed by the cross in this reality. There's a lot of things you don't know about others unless you understand what they've been through. And you just know you cancel that sheet of paper with your mark that you mark it with like an X. And now you're gonna feel good about it. So anyway, I start seeing some interesting things that show me like positive things from other lives. Because before I felt like heavy, it was bothering you. A lot of things there that are gone now. Yeah. I just yawning because it's just, you're literally like the way you vibrate now without that bag is like crazy. You're spiraling, and around you I'm just, because you carry a lot of information too, and you do a lot of things. You do deliveries. You say on this blue sheep. Do you deliver crystals? Hard crystals, liquid crystals, maps of the construction of the planet in organic energetic layers, that because they have to be perfectly lined up in order to grow flowers or to grow anything. Oh, I have to shake it off. I don't know if you want to ask me something, but yeah, Neptune was the crown. Gods, demonic gods. So I don't know what I'm just right now. Just kind of like I can ask your soul. What else? Purple world, blue world, green world, yellow world, music world, different melodies world, different shapes and forms worlds. It's all creations. People forgot they can do that. As your body restricts you from everything. Just remember that you're beautiful inside and you're beautifully strong. And you're on the right track right now. That's why you're getting united. You build connections by seeing each other, even if it's online only. You build connections right there. And which is beautiful. Oh, your subconscious said something funny. It said, "Boy, squirrel boy." Now nobody has to run in the circles and be anxious as squirrels, as baby squirrels. You're just fine. Just continue being calm and relaxed and enjoy yourself. The point is to enjoy yourself. Remember, everybody, the point is to enjoy yourself. Even if you know this world's been hacked, even if you know it's been taken over, even if you know that the governments and all reptilians and Dragos, you can still enjoy. That's your will. It's your desire. Nobody can interfere if you put strong borders and say, hey, this is my space. So there's just like, you're showing me in this world, there's like a lake, it's square, and I'm stealing rid of it. And I feel like it's almost like it's almost like artificially. But it's so beautiful, and then it smells. I smell the flowers. It's a square shaped lake. Yeah. And I see kids running. Yeah, kids should not be worried. They're connected to their mothers and the energy sphere. They're all happy, that's why. The only thing is they're refusing more and more the system of control. And that's why it is hard period for everybody, because you're used to things work certain way, but instead they might not. But you just have to relax and accept everything that comes your way, analyze it, and that's it. You just know that since it came up, but you needed to get rid of it. Everything that comes up these days, all the feelings, emotions, situations, are the ones you want to get rid of. And that's the only reason they come up and they become true in your reality. After you deal with it, it's gone for good. You're just basically yourself grouping up in different frequency groups. And those whom you watch on YouTube or other videos, they are the same level as you are. That's why attracted to each other. It's usually the case. Okay, if I can, I think I'm gonna fall off the chair. I'm just spinning like crazy in my head. It's just really. So I guess this, okay, you know what we can do? We can turn off this recording and start a new one. Wait. Stop recording.